We got a series. Mavs and Clippers tied at 1 apiece after the Mavs go on the road and win 96-93. And I think the story in this one, we can talk about Luka making big shots and Kyrie. We think offense with these two.
Yeah.
Can we start with the defense of Kyrie Irving in this game tonight?
Yes, please.
What stood out to you about what he was able to do against his Clipper squad?
At one point, I think I turned to you and I said, is he the best defender in the NBA? I laughed.
He might have been the best defender on the court tonight, though.
Right.
At times.
And think about it, that on the court with guys like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
Yep.
I mean, you have some top tier defenders out there. And I'm joking when I'm saying that, but at the same time, I just felt like his activity level on the defensive end of the floor, it was just incredible. It was so active. He was being so handsy. And on top of all of that, he was just instinctual, like making certain plays where he's coming around James Harden, poking the ball away. He finished with 3 steals in this game, but it wasn't just those 3 steals on the box score. It was his activity all over the floor. And you go even to one of the final plays where Kawhi Leonard going hard to the basket. He gets that and one. Oh, wait, Jason Kidd goes, no, we're going to challenge that.
Great challenge.
What are you doing? Kyrie obviously got him on the arm. No way. He shadowed the basketball, got the basketball. Successful challenge, Mavs ball. Just incredible defense from Kyrie tonight and even from Luka.
Kyrie played physical, too. It wasn't just, he's getting handsy and deflections and steals, gambling.
Guys.
No. He was battling Harden. Harden thought, I'm going to post this guy up. I got the size advantage. He was right into him, playing bully ball right back. And I love seeing that from Kyrie Irving. Luka, the theme from game 1 was, hey, they're hunting him. They're hunting him. They got to help him out. Luka said, no. I'm going to go straight up. Luka had some good defensive moments tonight.
I was stunned by some of his good defensive moments, too.
That's the rap on him, I think, that at times he's not a good defensive player.
But fair, because sometimes he's not engaged and he's lazy with it.
But he's got a size, and when he is, when he's got the size, and when he is engaged,
oh my God,
you see it. It's like,
it's
okay,
so fun.
He wasn't backing down. I thought he had some great contests tonight too, which was good to see. But when you get that type of activity on defense from your star guys that are known for the offense, that's going to go a long way in keeping you in a game, even when you're not knocking down shots. Sure. And that's a great lesson. It's like, hey, in the playoffs, shots are hard to come by, especially with how the defenses have been allowed to play this year, how the officials are officiating things. Like, it's going to be a grind. The shooting numbers may not be there. But if you look, I don't even know what Luka finished was. He was 11 for 26. Okay, below 50%. He had a great game. 32 points. He had 9 assists, 6 rebounds. He had a great game because of what he was doing defensively. I thought the thing tonight as we were sitting back and watching the game is like, if this game's starting to fall apart, who's going to step up? The others need to step up. The Mavs were getting so many great looks, whether it was at the rim, missing some bunnies,
lively,
or getting some great looks from 3, and they were not making anything. And I'm believing, I mean, as that game was going on, I'm going, is the theme going to be from this? Wow, they're down 0-2. Kyrie and Luka are doing their thing, but they don't have enough help again, which could be devastating for the Mavs.
Right. And how many times did we talk about this Mavs team all season long not having enough, not doing enough, not putting enough around Luka and Kyrie, especially it seemed like their chemistry is finally flowing a little bit. The ball movement is a little bit better. It was stagnant, obviously, when they first started together, and we've seen so much improvement. And then since the trade deadline, we saw they had to do a lot to get some of these pieces, Gafford, to get Washington, and we're like, what is this really going to do? You saw this team take a leap with those pieces. And then you wondered, what are those pieces going to look like in the postseason around some great players like Luka, like Kyrie? And tonight, when it mattered most, especially in that fourth quarter, Washington, you said it. How many points did he have in that fourth?
He had 10 points in the fourth quarter. And he off to a rough start. I'm watching him go, dude, you are killing this team right now. Missing at the rim. You're getting wide open looks. You got to knock some down. He did in the fourth quarter. Had a nice take to the basket with a floater, hit some threes. I thought he played some really strong ball. And that was the difference tonight, is all of a sudden the Mavs started hitting threes. They were knocking down shots, but they ended up being 6 of 9 from 3 in the fourth quarter. They played some excellent ball down the stretch. And the Clippers made some mistakes. One that just killed me. It's a 3-point game. Westbrook just checked in. Westbrook is defending Kyrie.
Okay.
Luka's got the ball. They're going into the 2-man game.
Oh,
The Clippers got their small ball lineup in. I'm like, I literally turned to Morgan. I'm like, well, now they'll just switch everything. Like, just no help. Westbrook helps off Kyrie. And so what's Luka do? Whoop, pass, open 3, bang, turns into a 6-point game. It was a big shot halfway through the fourth.
Quick decision by Luka to get that to Kyrie. And Kyrie's going to knock down that shot. I mean, he is smooth, especially when he is wide open. And that shot ended up being wide open. Sure, it was a deep 3. But yeah, those mistakes being made by the Clippers that time. And then how many times were the Mavs hunting out James Harden?
They were, man.
At the end. And I'm like, this is interesting. Why? I feel like James Harden can hold his own, especially with his size being strong. But it was just that lateral
especially
movement.
against Kyrie, there's no shot.
Oh yeah, with those handles, no shot. But then even with Luka, at times it felt like, why is he getting the first step? He played 46 minutes in this game, and he still felt like he was a little bit more explosive, and then could elevate over him.
Luka had that one play where it looked like he mishandled it, then regathered, kicked it out for an open 3 from PJ Washington. Then that dagger 3 he hit in Harden's face. I'm like, he's got no room.
Yep.
He hits it and is just jawing at the crowd at Crypto. That was insane. The other thing with tonight with the Mavs and why PJ stepping up was so big, Tim Hardaway got hurt.
Yeah.
Played like 6 minutes in this game. Yep. And so you're looking around, all right, who else is going to come through and hit some shots here? So PJ stepping up was significant for them.
I thought Kleba did a good job, a good annoying job.
Dude,
just getting up into someone like Zubac.
He was beating the hell out of him.
Whoever else was going to come through the paint, he was making his presence felt. And I was annoyed watching it, and if I'm a Clippers fan, I am very annoyed with it. But that's exactly the type of play you need to do, especially coming off of the last game that you played. You got to make sure that you are setting the tone with that physicality, and that's exactly what he's doing in the paint defensively.
So Luka had 32. Kyrie had 23 points, 6 rebounds. He also had the 3 steals, as Morgan mentioned. He did it on 8 of 18 shooting. And again, during playoff time, it's not always about being efficient. You know, it's about just fighting through. Like tonight, you want to take good shots. And I felt like tonight the Mavs are making the right plays.
Yeah.
Luka's always going to force up some stuff, but he makes tough ones, so you kind of live with it. But I thought they were making Luka made the right plays when he was doubled. It's like, look, if you're getting doubled, there's someone open. Luka can see the whole floor, find the open man. In that first half, really the first 3 quarters, guys were not knocking down shots. He trusted it still, and it paid off.
Yeah, and I know we'll get to this in a second, but who wasn't trusting everyone else when doubles were being thrown? It was someone like even Kawhi Leonard, which we'll get to his game in just a second. But you're exactly right. When you are trusting your others, when you're trusting that your team can step up and do what they need to do, good things will eventually happen. And I think that's kind of what happened in this game with the Mavs. Everyone's still touching the basketball at times. I've seen so many games with Luka and the Mavs where mistakes are being made and he is dribbling the basketball up the floor slow. And then we got 10 seconds left in the shot clock and you're in this half court offense and he's trying to make a quick move. He gets stuck in the middle, gets someone else a shitty shot from the corner. And it's just like, what type of offense is that? And I felt like that mistake only happened a couple times tonight.
Dude, they play so much faster now.
Yep.
And that's been a big deal for Dallas. The pace has increased. And this group, they just seems like they're vibing.
Yeah.
And it was good for them to knock down some shots. On the Clippers front, I mean, think about this. Game 1, they dominate that game without Kawhi Leonard. He makes his return in this one. His stuff was just short tonight. He was missing a ton of shots. But I just watched this Clippers team, and I feel similar about them as I do with the Phoenix Suns. You've got these star guys who are capable of getting buckets. Kawhi can score with the best of them. Paul George, right? James Harden over the years. I mean, Westbrook's won an MVP in this league. You have all this like star power, but the togetherness is not there. The trust, where Luka, he sees a double coming. He's going to make the right play. Late in the fourth quarter, Kawhi Leonard is being hounded. The Mavs defense is flying everywhere. Westbrook's on the floor. On the other side, they're not even defending him. Yeah. So all you're seeing is a whole bunch of length around Kawhi Leonard. And instead of finding the open man, he forces a turnaround jumper miss. And I just felt like that they don't trust each other. And in these situations, big games, I'm all about the guy taking a shot, but trust your teammates.
Well, right, especially because the Mavs defense was starting to just kind of play off of Russell Westbrook and leaving him open from beyond the arc. And then there was a moment, I think it was Kawhi maybe was going down the right lane. James Harden was at the nail. They got it to Harden. Harden swung it quickly, quick decisions to Westbrook.
He made the
on
shot.
The left side. Made
you live
three,
with it.
Right. And lived with it, but then you don't see that happen again. And you go, why? That ball movement alone was so much better than what we've seen throughout this game. So, yeah, not trusting each other. Kawhi Leonard, though, too, him coming back. Sometimes it's difficult to get that groove back of feeling everyone out again and, like, having that same type of play that you had in that first game. But at the same time, I felt like him also not being a threat and being explosive like we've been able to see him. It felt like he was settling at times because something was still going on with his body.
Kawhi finished with 15 points, 7 of 17, 0 for 5 from 3 in this game, and he only took 2 free throws. Paul George had 22 points, 7 of 14 shooting. He was 2 of 5 from 3. Harden, he had 22 points, 6 of 14. He was 2 of 10 from 3. Also had 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and the bench scoring wasn't crazy. I mean, you look at the end of the night, the Clippers lose by 3, and I think that's maybe one thing to look at is like, look, we lost by 3 points and we shot under 37%.
Yep.
We were 8 for 30 from 3. Dallas shot 42%. They ended up getting hot from 3 in that fourth quarter, 14 of 33 for 42%. You had Kyrie hit 4 of 8, Luka 5 of 14, Kleba hitting a couple of big ones, and then PJ gets it going, 3 of 4 from 3.
Yeah, it was one of those games again. It was who's going to start making their shots, who's going to play a better style of basketball, and then the Mavs really started doing that in the second half. And I'm not sure if we mentioned this or not, but even Kidd elected to go with Lively in that starting unit at first,
in the second half,
Yeah, and so just
Gafford only played 10 minutes.
See, and like some of these adjustments that were being made in this matchup, I thought they were pretty good in-game adjustments. They were working for the Mavs, but the Mavs had a different mindset. They had like more of this killer instinct. We're going to set the tone with our physicality, with playing basketball the right way. And it felt like it shut down the Clippers at time, or like their body language, everything, like you said, it just didn't feel connected. It just didn't feel together.
It's so stagnant with them. And
it's annoying to watch when you have so many good players on your squad.
To just move the ball. Like, get good shots.
Just play right.
And if you miss, you can live with it. Just play the right way. I think it would pay off. So this series will shift to Dallas now for Game 3. I think this is just going to be a great series. You know, I do. It's fun. I like the physicality. It was an ugly game tonight. It wasn't the prettiest thing, but I think as NBA fans, I'm digging these games.
Oh, yeah.
Like, regular season, it's cute when we see a 125 to 123 game, but there is just something about the best of the best fighting through tough defense, fighting through the physicality, and still coming through.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's it. Being able to, like, the shot making ability through like tenacious defense, you're just seeing this battle, and it's art. It's what? Cinema? Is that what we're saying these days? I mean, it is absolutely beautiful, and that's what we want to continue to see, and hopefully we keep getting that in this series.
Well, let us know what you thought about this game. Do you feel differently after seeing what the Mavs were able to pull off in Game 2 after what went down in Game 1? Make sure to comment below. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe.
Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo.